What's up guys, and welcome to the very first episode of the RTG career mode here in FIFA 19. Yes, it's my first foreign-based career mode on FIFA in such a long time, and I'm really excited for it, and it should be loads and loads of fun. Now we're starting this RTG career mode with Malaga, obviously a Spanish team right now playing in the Segunda division of Spain, the second tier of Spanish football. And before we start today's episode off, and the series off as well, I do want to say the poll for this career mode was the closest career mode poll I've ever done before. There were just a handful of votes separating the top two teams. Those were Malaga and also the French side Lille as well. So if you did vote for Lille and you missed out by just a few votes, don't worry, I will be doing a Lille career mode either in January or February at some point, because again, the voting was so close, it would be a shame to not do that team as well. So to make it fair for you guys to vote for both of those teams, I'll do a Lille career mode at some point. But to begin with, we will start with the team that won the vote, which was of course Malaga. So using Malaga for this RTG career mode, very excited about it. Again, a Spanish second tier team, and as we mentioned in the career mode voting, this team just a few years ago were in the Champions League knockout stages and doing pretty well. How things have changed in such a short space of time. Now in the second tier of Spanish football and aiming to get back to La Liga. So our job in this RTG career mode is to restore Malaga, bring them back to European football, and are aiming to do that within 3 or 4 years. So as we start the career mode off, you'll see the objectives overview here, what we have to do with our youth development, our brand exposure, continental domestic success, and also our financial objectives as well. But these in-game objectives are just a small part of what we'll be doing with Malaga throughout the course of the series, because as you'll see in the first episode today, which is more of an introductory episode to the series, you guys will be choosing our play style with Malaga, our transfer philosophy with Malaga, and how we handle our youth development as well. So stay tuned, there'll be some YouTube polls in the top right for you guys, and you can basically customize how we manage this Malaga team throughout the career mode. So as we start off, you see the objectives there, and also a brief look at the squad as well. Now this is a 3.5 star team, but I've got to be honest, as I run through the team, this is a poor team. All right, this is a 3.5 star team. It might be good enough to battle for the top two in the second division, but really, it's not that great. There's a lot of aging players here. There's not that much in the way of young talent. There's a ton of players that have their contracts up come the end of the year, and quite a few players that are loaned in as well. After the first season, we could be in some pretty deep trouble with Malaga if we don't nurture the young players who will hopefully be getting out of the academy, touch wood, as the season progresses. So there's an awful lot of work to do with this Malaga team. It's not a great one. There's very little talent, especially for youth talent as well, and you got a lot of senior, experienced and aging players as well. We need to get to work with this Malaga team straight away if we are to make this the best RTG career mode we can have with this team. And the team line up in a 4-4-2, as you can see, they've got 2 DMs as opposed to natural CMs. Those are Anyor and also Alfred and Dai, who I believe is on loan here at Malaga as well. Again, very little talent outside of the first team, but as for the play style with Malaga, I'm going to be letting you guys choose how we play with our tactics with this Malaga team in the first season. So we can either do possession-based football with this side, where basically we try and pass the ball around, keep it on the ground. Not a lot of people play that way in FIFA. A lot of people play a really fast, up-tempo style, but I thought managing in a Spanish team, playing some tiki-taka football, some nice passing moves getting orchestrated as well, aiming for 55% plus possession in all of our games would be really fun. Quite unique as well, to try and break down teams with nice passing, as opposed to just running down the wing and whipping into the centre. Otherwise, we can do that. Quick attacks and sacrifice our pass accuracy for higher tempo play, get the ball forward as quickly as we can, be a little bit more direct in our play, get it forward to the front two and the wingers as well, and try and create as many chances as possible, playing at a really high speed, like we do in our Fulham career mode right now, in our main career mode. And the third play style you guys can vote for is a defensive style of play, where we drop pretty deep, we put men behind the ball, and as soon as we get it back, we look for opportunities on the counter attack. So 3 different styles of play, and again, there's a YouTube poll for you guys in the top right, and you can decide how we play with Malaga in this our first season in the RTG career mode. Possession, quick attacks and direct football, or dropping deep and playing on the counter. The choice is yours, vote in the top right. But also, I'm going to be asking you guys for our transfer philosophy with Malaga as well, as I try and make my career modes really customizable and really sort of like interactive with you guys as well. I thought this is a really great idea where you guys can basically just decide how we use Malaga. It's like you guys are our chairman in this career mode. So the transfer philosophy with Malaga, we've got around £7 million in the budget. We can either focus on young talent, predominantly bringing in talent from Spain and the neighbouring countries as well, such as Portugal, and perhaps we go to Africa as well. Malaga being on the south coast of Spain, we could look at Algeria and Morocco as well, for example. So focusing on young talent with Malaga, and again, which is probably best for the RTG really, to bring through the young talents and build them up as the seasons go by. Look to restore life in senior players, because I quite like to do that. You guys might notice that in my career modes. I like to bring in some veterans for one last hurrah, see if they can do something quite special in their final years of professional football. So we could try and do that with Malaga. Bring in some senior players, some big names of old, and see if they can still do it one last time. Or also, the third philosophy is to target mainly players that are peaking right now, so in their primes, in their mid-20s, we get the best years out of them, and then we sell them on as they begin to age a little bit. So 3 different transfer philosophies for you guys, focusing on the young talent, looking to restore life in senior players, or targeting players that are mainly in their prime right now. So how are we going to go after our signings? What type of players we're going to sign with Malaga? That's once again your choice. Vote in the top right and you can decide what players we're going to bring in with this Malaga team. But we will be doing some youth scouting in this series. So whilst we will be trying to sign some players, youth scouting is going to be really, really important with this Malaga team. We want to bring through some great talent from the Malaga Academy in this RTG career mode and make them legends in the series as the years go by. So I hired one of the best scouts we could get, or the best scout available, which was a 4-star and 5-star for experience and judgment. Then I also hired 2 really cheap scouts as well. Now I don't often do this nowadays in career mode because they barely ever get you any decent players at all, but I brought 2 1-star 1-stars in because getting through good youth academy players is going to be a real staple of this series with Malaga, and I sent these guys out to Morocco and also to Portugal as well. So some neighbouring countries along with the best scout going to Spain. So as for the youth development philosophy here with Malaga, once again I'm going to be asking you guys, how do we handle our youth talent at this Malaga team? Do we make them earn their chance, only play the youth players that grow quickly in training so they show they're working really hard to get a place in the first 11, and you know, instead of just like throwing them in really, really quickly, making sure that we keep a close eye on how they're progressing, and if they're progressing nicely, then we'll give them the chance and have to make sure they take it. Do we bleed them in quite naturally to the team? So the occasional games here and there, you know, the cup games, the midweek games, the games where we expect to win at home, for example, just occasional games here and there, and then start to gradually increase the play time if they play well enough and show really good potential for the future? Or do we throw them right in at the deep end? We really put the faith in the youngsters, start them regularly over the senior players, put your faith in the kids and put them right into the action right from the get-go. So how do we handle youth development? Do we make them earn their chance, only play the players that are growing quickly in training, bleed them in quite naturally and gradually increase play time over time, or again, throw them right into our first 11, show we trust the kids at the academy? How are we going to handle our youth development with Malaga? Once again, there's a YouTube poll that's in the top right for you guys, and I want you guys to decide how we manage this Malaga team, because essentially this is going to be a really interactive career mode. If you watch my career mode with Fulham right now, you'll know that I'm really, really interactive in that series with regards to what I let you guys do in terms of making choices with signings and stuff like that, and this is no exception as well. On my channel, we're a team. It's not just me playing and you watching. We do this together, and in this career mode, that's absolutely no exception. I want your help with our transfer philosophy, our play style, and our youth development as well. In the top right, 3 polls for you guys, and I want you guys to choose how we manage this Malaga team throughout the RTG career mode. So, we've got ourselves into a pre-season tournament, and as you'll see the group stage in today's episode as also, we had Miguel Torres a bit come in here for our centre-back, which we accepted. This is what I mean about this Malaga team. There's not a lot of quality in this team right now, so even selling the players, we're going to get very little money for them. We're going to try to sell the aging players anyway, the players that are in their 30s, like Torres, 32, Gonan, a Turkish goalkeeper, he's 30 as well, but our best young talent, Javier Ontiveros, Stoke wanted to take him, and I was like, hands off guys, seriously, he's going absolutely nowhere. He's the only good academy talent we got, but Torres and Gonan should both leave the club. You'll see Torres eventually goes to Parma for 720 grand, but again, with very little money in the budget right now, after the sales of these 2 players, we'll still only have like 4.2 million pounds remaining, so we can't exactly splash much cash in our first season with Malaga, and therefore we need to make sure that the players we've got all pull their weight in the first season, otherwise we might not even get promoted. But a big game for Rodriguez here as well, another right back, 22 years old. We rejected this one again because again there's very little in the way of young talent here, but he's one of the few players we've got that could be alright in the future, so we reject that bid. And also again, confirmation Torres does go to Parma for £720,000, I think it was. Yep, there we go, he's off to Italy. And you'll see after our 3rd pre-season game, after we beat after we beat Empoli, we beat Spal as well and managed to progress to the knockout stages of the competition. We got about £1 million for that as well, so not too much money. But again, this is what I love about RTG career modes. When you start off and you've got very little money to work with, you've got an aging team, it's not that great, it's pretty poor in terms of squad depth as well as the first 11 as well. It's a challenge, and I really, really like that, and that's why I'm super excited for this Malaga career mode as well. We're managing this team together, you guys choosing our play style, our transfer philosophy, and how we handle our youth development as well, and it's going to be a lot of work needing to be done with Malaga right from the get-go. It should be a really fun, challenging project, and I'm really excited for a long RTG career mode with this team. So that's it for the first episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Sadly, we end on a negative note because Rika, our captain in the first 11, and one of the few players we got here that's actually 17 74 plus rated, is going to be out for 4 months after breaking his tailbone. So already a tough start for Malaga. No money in the budget, or very little money in the budget. One of our best players already injured for the first part of the season, and of course an aging team needs a lot of work as well. I'm really excited for the challenge, so I hope you guys are as well. If you enjoyed the first episode, then please do drop a like, and also just let you guys know as well, from the second episode onwards, we will be doing things fully live. The first episode was an introductory episode, just to introduce you to the team and get things started, but from the next episode onwards, it will be a fully live series. Thanks for watching though, guys. Have an awesome evening. Much love to you all. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the next episode of the RTG career mode with Malaga very soon. And don't forget to vote. Bye.